What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? So, you losing friends is a blessing in disguise. And I do not mean this in a bad way. I don't mean this in a harmful way, like, oh, F those friends, you know what I'm saying? You don't need them, and F all that, and F everybody. No, that's not the message I'm trying to get across. But if you guys are noticing that in your life, your friends are kind of starting to diverge, they're kind of starting to go to separate ways, and you kind of feeling like, damn, everybody I used to hang out with, they're not there no more. And naturally, as with myself, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm just this stone cold alpha male and shit like that. Yes, I did feel like, dang, like this sucks. Like everybody is separating, everybody that I used to hang out with and all that good stuff. Me not knowing that it was secretly a blessing in disguise. You feel me? It was secretly needed. It was really something that I had needed this whole damn time. Okay, this whole time. But the universe, it will do what it does to people that are willing to improve or willing to elevate. And I'm gonna get right into it. First of all, this is Tarik Talks. You guys could have been anywhere in the world, but you are here with me. All right. So I'm not trying to make you guys some kind of paranoid, antisocial, hermit in the basement type of deal to where I'm telling you guys, hey, F your friends and it's good that they left and F them. No, that's not the message at all. But a lot of people, you can relate when I say all of a sudden you see your friends start going different directions, right? You stop hearing from them. Okay, it starts off kind of gradually, and then at some point you're gonna look around and you're like, damn, there's nobody there. This is a good thing. This is the universe cleaning up. It's like your life is a dirty room right now, and the universe is like a maid coming to clean that mug right up, right? It's like hotel service, like a lady coming in and cleaning the clutter out. This is exactly what's going on, because when you need to improve, when there is something that you have to do that you BSing on or you kind of holding off on, the universe will kind of push you, right? The universe will kind of send out messages to you, okay? It's gonna send out little subliminal messages, and one of these many messages is making you lose your friends. You'll start noticing these friends kind of fall off, right? They'll kind of stop calling you, and they'll be kind of flaky, right? They'll be kind of flaky. They'll want to hang out with you, and then at some point they keep like canceling dates or whatever, I'm talking about dates to hang out and shit. Then you're like, damn, F that, I'm gonna stop hanging out with them. All of a sudden you like, I'm by my lonesome, right? And not by your lonesome, but your circle isn't as big as it used to be. This is good because, let me tell you why it is good. Because this is your time to get yourself right. This is your time to get yourself in order, because the more clutter that's around you, all of these outside forces, bro, the more outside forces you have, the more you're gonna get distracted. The more outside forces that you have, the more you're gonna get distracted from what you really need to do. So it's the universe telling you, wake up. Hey, wake up. All this partying, all this hanging out and shucking and jiving and BSing, that's not you anymore. You need to sit your behind down, and you need to really focus on what you need to be doing, because all that fucking around you doing is not benefiting you whatsoever. So it's the universe clearing out that clutter. And to be honest with you, I would say 90% of the people that you hang out with in your whole life, not even just a small portion, but your whole life, 90% of them are not even really your friends, okay? These are people just here, just hanging out with you because you're someone to hang out with, okay? This is especially with the drinking scene, or God forbid, the drug scene, right? They're gonna hang out with you just because you were doing the same thing. Meaning, hey, look, they really didn't see the value in you too much as a friend. They just didn't want to go out and be lonely, okay? So they just hung out with you because you were just, at the moment, the person to hang out with. So when you think of it like that, put that in perspective, and yes, you will have a tight-knit group of friends. I'm gonna tell y'all something, fellas. When you grow up, you might not believe me, but you're probably only gonna have like 3-4 friends. I'm being dead ass serious, bro. And if you have a whole bunch of friends, you need to really evaluate yourself. That really mean that you're not focused, right? The more friends that you have, that's more clutter in your life. So sometimes people will be looking at all these people with a whole bunch of friends and stuff and be envious. This is what social media does. Social media makes people makes their lives seem better than what they really is, because they're only going to show you the positive sides. They're not going to show you the sides where those friends are backstabbing them. They're not going to show you the sides where they're always getting wasted with these friends, and they do some cringy, embarrassing shit every night, and how they got effed over by that friend, and how that friend talking about him, and he's talking about. They're not going to show you that. They're just going to show you the glitz and glam of having a whole bunch of people around them. You feel what I'm saying? So don't be envious of people with a lot of friends, because all that means is they're not focused, and B, those people, I'm telling you, just like superstars, bro. You see these superstars with a lot of friends. Superstars say this over and over and over again. Those people did not care about me. They all disappeared when I turned fame. When my fame was gone and stuff, they all disappeared. We're not celebrities, but it's kind of the same thing. When you get older, when you start improving yourself, also when you start improving yourself and you start winning a little better for yourself, they are going to naturally stray away from you. Like if you're trying to eat better, right? If you're trying to study, if you're trying to crunch down on your business and shit like that, they're going to start straying away from you for one reason or the other. For one reason, because your values are not jiving with theirs no more. You have something greater and they still trying to do some dumb shit, right? They're still on some dumb shit. So you're going to stray. They're naturally going to fade off from your life. Okay. Second, like I said, it's just the weird way the universe, call it whatever you want, bro. Call it karma, call it the Lord, Allah, God, Buddha, Jehovah, whoever, right? The grand architect, whoever it is, okay, is making those people purposely get out of your life. So you can sit down. This is the reason why he's making them people separate from you. So you can sit down and have clarity. See, it's all about clarity, fellas. It is ultimately about mental clarity. You cannot concentrate with Jimmy, Tommy, and Ted and fucking Billy all up on in your surroundings, pulling you every which way, giving you unwarranted advice, right? Like, here's another thing why you might start losing friends, and why it's a good thing you start losing friends. Because let's say you have a passion. Well, Billy and Jimmy are inadvertently, or they might even be doing it on purpose. Who knows? People are insidious nowadays. You might tell them, hey, look, I want to paint. And they're going to start telling you shit like, oh, painting, that's not going to get you money, man. And that's not going to be good in the long run. Then you look at what they're working and look at their job, how miserable it is, right? This happens fellas, tell your dream to somebody, and especially if they're miserable. They're going to shit on your dreams, and the bad part about it is, look at how they're living. They're living miserably, okay? None of us are living perfect. None of us are perfect, but who are they to be like, hey, you're not going to make any money, don't chase your passion. You feel me? But that's what's going to happen, and unfortunately, a lot of people, they listen. They listen to these outside sources. They're like, you know what? Maybe painting is a waste of time. When this whole time, bro, 5-10 years down the line, their paintings might have sold for tens of thousands of dollars, but they had stopped. You feel me? They stopped because they had all those friends, all those distractions. But this is why the universe chooses people for them to be kind of isolated sometimes, for them to be on their lonesome, because the universe, it sees what you doing, bro. It sees that you effing up. It sees that this person, especially if you have a lot of potential in you. Especially if you have a lot of potential in you, bro. If you have a lot of potential in you, the universe is going to, if you don't get rid of the bad outside influences, the universe is going to be like, you know what, F this, I'm stepping in, right? It's like F this, it's like this. It's like the universe is like the sixth man on the bench, but the sixth man is like, F this, dog, I'm stepping in, get out of here. It's let me come in and save this team. That's exactly what the universe is doing. It's like, bro, if you aren't willing to lose these friends that are holding you down, that are not benefiting you, that are not encouraging you. As a matter of fact, they might be discouraging you, like I stated earlier, right? I'm going to step in and I'm going to make them fade away. I'm going to make them not like what you're doing, right? I'm going to make them just flake off. Because let me tell y'all something. A lot of your so-called friends, when they see that you're doing something outside of what you used to do, let's say you used to be, God forbid, let's say you used to be hooked on drugs, bro. Let's say you used to, all you did was smoke weed and do all type of just low-level activities and criminal activities and stuff like that. When you start bettering yourself, your group of friends are going to feel a way about that. They're not going to like that, especially if you were doing something. This really, I'm really talking to folk that hang around a group of people that are negative, that do negative activities. This really pertains mostly to that. It could pertain to anybody, but for the most part, right? Especially if those dudes do nothing but sit there and conspire how to hit licks and sell dope, smoke dope, or you know what I'm saying? When you start doing good, they're not gonna like that at all. And on a side note, you need to be careful of the information you tell your friends, right? You need to be careful of your dreams, of telling them your dreams and aspirations, because somehow, some way, they're gonna sabotage it. Fellas, I am telling you guys. Like I said, I'm not trying to make you guys paranoid, but you need to really be cautious, and you really need to thank your lucky stars that a lot of these people fell out of your life. A lot of these chicks that stopped texting you back, that ghosted you, whatever. Count that as a blessing, because that chick was no good for you in the long run. She had no kind of good intent. God forbid you got her pregnant. Now you guys see where I'm going with this. So you need to thank the universe, thank your Lord, whoever that might be, whoever you follow. Be like, man, I appreciate you for getting these folk out of my life, because now I know the purpose. With that being said, I'm out. Peace.